I'll start again.
Can't fly.
Is it? Shit. All right. Hi, everyone. It's David at Valley and Beyond, and we're live. We're live from New York. Saturday Night Live. Anyway, we thought we had an interview this morning, and we get mixed up on the days. It's funny, we had a lady here yesterday, and Tanis. It was amazing. We had an amazing interview with Tanis, but one of the things that she and I have in common is sometimes feeling a little disconnected from the practical, from, like, what day is it, or shit, there's no food in the fridge, because we're both really living this life of either I'm losing my mind, or I'm actually reaching some state of being present on a regular basis, and I forget about looking after the practical, and that's what she feels as well, is that it's we're sometimes so heavenly bound we're no earthly good. Anyway, that's what it feels like today. So it's Tuesday. We thought it was Wednesday, or we thought our Wednesday interview was coming on Tuesday, and so Earl said, well, let's do something. And so often I'll just go and pull a book out of my shelf and see what wants to come out of it. And it's interesting. A number of times, I pulled this book. It's a great book. It's amazing. The Surrender Experiment. We're going to put on our list of things that you can order through us. But every time I look at it, it's a story. It's an amazing story. So there's not little pieces that I can just pull out of it. But I've read it. I love it. So I think it's a great idea. I'm sure that Earl's going to set it up so you can order it through us if you want. But this is the book that wanted to. Have you read this? Anyway, this is the book that is amazing. Do you know what would be fun?
What?
Can I have that stool? Will you come sit beside me?
Okay, yeah.
Yes. There. This is Kat. Hi, Kat. This Kat's short for
Katrina.
Really? Awesome. Katrina's going to help us with some stuff, marketing stuff, and holding the vision stuff, and organizational stuff, and she's going to bring love to the vision. Right? Mm-hmm. Yes. So this is Kahlil Gibran, the prophet, and it's a classic. It's been, I don't even know how old. Published in 1923. Wow. Translated into more than 20 languages. I wonder when it was written. This is an old. But anyway, Kahlil Gibran wrote a few books in 1918, 1919, and just looking at some of his books. Anyway, amazing. From another time. And this is chapter 17. It's just a very short, and it's his idea on this. It says here, a woman who held a baby against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. They may house their bodies. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you, for life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth." Wow. I love that. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you and with his might with his arrows, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending of the archer's hand be for gladness. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. Wow. So it's an interesting. I do lots of work with people in recovery, in 12-step recovery, and lots of times, often, what's going on is an upset in their minds around their relationship with their mums and dads, and that carries forward into their life and into their life with their kids, and I think in a way, when we become adult, I don't mean that has anything to do with age. when we reach some level of maturity where we're accepting each moment as being, our moment, our creation, our and has nothing to do with in a way mom or dad. We realize that they're people in our lives. They're just people that we have a love for, that we care about, that we're grateful for, and we move into our own life. And as a parent, we allow our kids, to we let go. We let go, and I have 3, kids that I love and I'm grateful for, and I recognize that I have, really zero responsibility for anymore. Whatever happened in the years when I was more responsible for them has already passed, and I think that's what he's saying, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's somebody told me once about a Native, I think it's a Native American tradition where when their children reach a certain age, they take them out into the forest and they say, "I am not your mother. You are you're the child of Mother Earth. I am not your father. You're the child of Father Sky," and they kind of release them of that, like, almost like obligation there, or expectation based on like the roles that we are
traditionally bound by,
supposed to play. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Good for you. Well, I think that's the possibility, and I think that's what this man was saying. That we're the bows. I'm, the bow. I guess I'm also the arrow from my parents' bow, and so with love I let my parents go, and with love I let my children go, and pitter patter. That's it. That's it. So, and I do see sometimes that I have a particular friend. He's in his 40s, and it's interesting. I said, "How are things with your mom?" And he said, "Oh, great, awesome, they're super." I said, "Well, tell me about that." And he said, "Well, I talk to my mother every day." And I said, "Well, that's interesting." And he said, "I talk to my father every day." And in some ways, it feels like because he has a lot of trouble in relationship, like with having a partner, that he's put his mom and dad on a pedestal that doesn't allow anybody else into his life. No woman could ever compete with mom, because he said mom was pretty perfect. Anyway, so we're working on that.
Yeah. It's great to honor your parents in that way, but yeah, there's definitely like these expectations or like roles that like come along with that, and projections onto our partners to be to live up to that expectation.
Yeah, tough, eh? Yeah.
I've had quite the journey with my mother, and like learning to release each other of those roles and treat each other more as like equals or friends, So I've started calling her by her first name rather than by mom.
Nice.
Yeah, to kind of just see each other as human beings and not have those expectations.
Wow. So this was a good subject for us.
Yeah, totally.
All right, you guys. So, this is a shorty today. We just wanted to touch base and we've this. I don't even know that you can buy this one on Amazon but it's if you can get a copy of Kahlil Gibran's book, The Prophet. It's an amazing book. Did he also write? Anyway, he's got some great books. I was thinking for a minute of the Rubaiyat, but that was by somebody else. It's gone out of my mind. Another great writer. This man, he lived from 83 to 31, in 1883 to 1931. Short life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really.
Very short.
He was born in Lebanon. Okay, that's it. Love you guys. That's all we have this morning. That's our little piece today. And if you'd like, we'll actually write this with this and send it out. It's a very short writing, and we'll put it on the what we just wrote or what we just read. We'll send it with it. Okay, love you. Cheers. Bye.